on our last, our earlier meeting this June, and an hour and a half before the board meeting, that resolution was altered and posted, and it was not explained. It should be explained publicly that this resolution that we're, number one, the board may not have even had all the same copies of that bond resolution because it was posted an hour and a half before the board meeting, which doesn't give board members the time to open and read all of these resolutions, just compare the differences between the two resolutions. If there's no public mention of what, for example, hard copies passed out or something projected on the screen to say this is the resolution we're looking at, you can't even be sure that board members are all looking at the same resolution. And you can't be sure that the public has seen that resolution. And so in the process of putting a revised something like that an hour and a half before a board meeting, what happens is it creates public confusion and distrust that why is this document coming forward at the last minute and why isn't it announced? And this isn't about trying to trick the public, it's about trying to be open and transparent with the public and say there was a revision to the document, and sometimes it's one that's posted may have been inaccurate and it's corrected. And things like that happen. Like I mentioned earlier on this agenda, there was an example of an attachment and then it said attachment updated. And so that provides some clarity. It's not an unusual format. There are city councils that do things like that, county boards that will propose changes, and they'll put new documents on with the original document. And the idea is to just be as communicative as possible with the public, that sometimes changes occur, but then it's helpful to say why we had to revise the document, so that people say, okay, I get why you had the original and now I understand what the changes were. And then you have a more informed board and you have a more informed public, because what happened on that last go-round was a lot of confusion and distrust that can occur because a document is altered and it's not clearly communicated. So to me, we want to build that trust that there was a reason for the change and here's what was changed and why. And then people say, oh, okay, I get that.
Interestingly, I've not received a single email about that.
Anyway, that's my suggestion is feel free to come up with your own thoughts and ideas. My attempt is to address what I see as a problem that can be mitigated.